Hello and welcome to the news brief for Friday, March 5th, 2021. I hope that you are having a blessed and beautiful day. It is starting to feel a whole lot like spring. One of our teachers said it felt like track season out there. I argued with him. I'm not sure if it's quite track season, but it does feel good out there, and spring is just right round the corner. So hope you're having a blessed week. And here is the news this week from Good Shepherd in Shawnee, Kansas. Reminder that we have Stations of the Cross every Friday from 5:30 in English and 6:30 in Spanish. And this week, Matt DeHamers has done an amazing project that we're going to do now for the rest of the stations. He has taken hand drawings and he has photographed them at each phase. And so there's this progression. It's almost like a flip book. Remember those flip books that you could kind of see the thing change over time? That's what happens with the stations. They are fantastic. They are beautiful. So tune in for that, and or come to the stations. It's always live and on our virtual means. So that's kind of been our premise the whole time. Speaking of that, and speaking of kind of coronavirus stuff, people have been asking, when are we going to change things? When are we going to lighten up? When's the bishop going to say that the obligation is lifted? I don't, to that last point, I don't really know, but we're still moving very, very cautious. The advisement that I am getting is let's stay the course for the most part right now. We're not planning on making any radical changes in the way that we are doing things and that we are being safe. The vaccine is rolling out, and so we are making lots of good progress. People have told me that they have received the vaccine and now they are planning to come to church again. That's all wonderful. That's great. But we are still being very, very cautious. We don't want to have a setback. So basically, there's not a whole lot of news on that yet. We are still planning on keeping the pews as they are. We might need to use some more overflow. We could maybe do a little bit of adjusting of a couple of the pew sections. But again, we're trying to move very, very cautiously and safely. And the majority of the feedback that I've gotten is people have been very appreciative of how seriously we are taking things and how we try to be very cautious in all those things. So that's just kind of an update about safety protocols and everything. We're still kind of staying the course. Father Ashmore at our parish council meeting last night, he had a good commentary about we don't want to be too reactionary and we don't want to be too sedentary. So we want to kind of have that balance. That's a good way to look at it there. That we don't want to be too reactionary, like, well, all the other churches are doing this, or Texas has opened up, or whatever. We don't want to be too reactionary. On the other hand, we don't want to be too sedentary, just set. We continue to evaluate week by week and look at numbers and all those things and what's going on in Johnson County and what's recommended. And we have erred on the side of safety and on caution rather than boldness and carelessness. So that's just the way that we are operating here at Good Shepherd, and we're kind of staying the course. So that is that. This weekend, we have our appeal for the El Buen Pastor, our sister parish there in El Salvador. And we have the opportunity to support El Salvador. It's kind of fallen out of our vision, I think, a little bit, out of sight, out of mind, if you will. And it's very important that we continue to remember that we have our brothers and sisters there in El Salvador that we have sponsored and been a family for so long. So here is a little presentation here by Benjamin, and he'll talk more about what is happening with the appeal.
Hello, Good Shepherd parishioners. You may remember me from last year, but for those who don't, I'm Benjamin Becker, and as always, am here to give you a quick reminder about the annual appeal to support the El Salvador ministry this coming weekend. Big thank you to Father Kent for allowing me this opportunity during his news brief to get this information to you. I made the trip to El Salvador myself in 2015, and the experience impacted me enough to sit in front of you and speak on their behalf over half a decade later. I can tell you firsthand that the thing they truly cherish is seeing a delegation such as mine go down there and be with them, stand with them and see their struggles as well as their successes. And honestly, guys, they just want to know that we haven't forgotten about them. And even though we have not been able to send a delegation for the past 2 years, it's remarkable to have parishioners continue to show their recollection of the commitment we made so many years ago, because currently individuals' donation fund all the vitally important projects in El Salvador. The effects of this pandemic are not lost on me or anybody else advocating for the community in El Buen Pastor, but these kids are going to online school without internet. We can do and be better. I've been at this parish since I could speak, and I know this community, so I know that we have what it takes to show our brothers and sisters that we will not allow their memory to fade from our minds. So many of you have helped this community already, and your generosity looms larger in my heart than you might expect, and I do thank you. We can tell the community that they have not been forgotten, but actions speak louder than words, and now is the time to act. Thank you.
Don't forget, Lollapalooza is coming up very soon, and we are taking donations. Here is more information. So it'll be a virtual celebration again, but it's a very important ministry, important fundraiser. And usually it's a fundraiser as well. So we're trying to make a fun event as well as a fundraising event. And so check out more information here about the Lollapalooza on the Boardwalk 2021. So gift baskets and various things, we are taking those donations now. I hope you have a blessed week, and we will see you soon. And don't forget God's blessings. Have a great week.